Ever wondered how SpongeBob can go from being a casual, hard-working critter to an indomitable force of chaos within a few seconds? Well, I have. Everybody knows that there are many sides to a sponge's psyche, just like a box. Now, what happens when you're dealing with a box-shaped sponge, I hear you ask? Well, then you get 6 distinct sides to his complex personality, and I'll be taking you through every single one, starting with Happy SpongeBob. The first thing that comes to mind when you think of SpongeBob is the sheer joy he brings along with him.
Not for long.
Try and catch me, SpongeBob!
I mean, a simple jellyfishing trip can make him break into song.
Jelly, lolly, lolly, jellyfishing song. Lolly, jelly, everyone sing along.
I love my hobbies too, man. I gotta teach some of this choreography to my D&D party. Yeah, SpongeBob doesn't need much to have a good time. Sometimes it can go as simple as a plain piece of paper, like in the episode aptly named, The Paper. It all happened on Squidward's favorite day of the week, his day off.
Time to relax.
A beautiful sunny day, the best kind for chilling in the sun and casually littering your neighbor's driveway. But believe you me, Squidward is going to regret this mistake almost instantly, actually.
Squidward!
Time to go.
Probably want it back. You dropped this little piece of paper.
It's only garbage.
Squidward may be right, but apparently kids these days think garbage is the new going to a Star Wars reissue in full cosplay high on sugary drinks thing. Fun. I mean, they think it's fun. So naturally, Squidward lets SpongeBob keep his trash.
La 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 la. Gary, I am a sponge with paper stuck in his pants.
Super sponge.
SpongeBob Jungle Pants.
Boy.
Jungle Pants summon animal friends. Gaga!
And the one-man party begins, just a sponge in his paper.
The Barmy supplies. The bullfight. Toto. Hey, ole!
Truly a menacing charge by Gary there too. And the fun is not about to stop. Not if SpongeBob can help it. Turns out Bobby here is greatly skilled in the theatrical arts. A true thespian, dare I say.
A guy with a mustache. Guy with a mustache. Arr, I'm a pirate. Arr, I am not a pirate.
And surprisingly, extremely well versed in the traditional Japanese art form of origami.
Origami.
Paper doll!
He even made the kids cheer. After all, the paper can do everything, like tell jokes,
What happened to the paper that fell in the ocean? It was all washed up!
even reinvent the miracle of flight without the need for an internal combustion engine.
Hey, SpongeBob, can your stupid paper do this?
Nope.
And even rip through a sweet clarinet solo. You know, like the ones all the cool kids like.
Nothing like a duet between buddies, eh, Squidward?
SpongeBob is so happy he can even have fun with a random piece of paper. Okay, but everyone can have fun on a lazy afternoon. What about work? Now imagine you're working in a fast food joint. It's literally closing time and you can almost go home. And then your boss goes and does this.
Sorry, sir, we're closed.
Ahoy there, pizza! Of course we have pizza. We'll bring it right over.
We don't serve pizza. We don't deliver.
But you do.
What do? Are you mad? Upset?
Can't you just get SpongeBob to do it?
Take him with you.
That's not what I had in mind.
For SpongeBob, that's practically a perfect scenario, because no matter how rough the situation gets, he gets to deliver a Krabby Pizza. So naturally, he's over the moon.
Back it up!
SpongeBob, give me the wheel!
Backing up.
Well, and you know what? We're out of gas. We're in the middle of nowhere!
And now they're stranded. Doesn't really matter, the mood's still going.
The Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza, is the pizza.
And my feet are killing me.
Just look at him trying to hitchhike like it isn't a matter of life and death.
Fresh and break dancer! He's stopping!
Gotta admit, I'm a little jealous of the guy. He's totally unfazed, smiling ear to ear even after almost getting hit by a truck. They even lose sight of the road at some point, but that's no reason not to do a silly little dance if you can.
Krusty Krab pizza. Pizza.
Rusty Krab pizza for you and
Can you imagine if you're in the middle of the desert and you find a rock? That calls for more silly dances. Duh.
We're saved! We're saved!
Yo, cut that out!
Saved! Save! Yeah, we are saved!
Stupid boulder!
It's a rock!
Turns out he can drive a rock. Better than a boat even. I guess if you're always this joyful, life rewards you, right?
Rocks? Hold on there!
Well, they crossed the desert, they delivered the pizza, and what's even better is that they still made it to work.
Take me home.
Are you kidding?
Work.
Even SpongeBob gets the blues sometimes, but his highs are really high. If I was Squidward though, I'd just let that rock run me over. Now, ever wonder what happens when SpongeBob just wakes up and decides he's just gonna have the best day of his life? Well, first off, the very laws of nature bend to fit his dance routine.
Mr. Sun came up. Just wait and see.
Then he runs around his house singing and just deleting gravity.
Jumped out of bed, feeling so extra ecstatic.
And now you may be wondering, what is he so excited about? It can't just be another normal day. Did he find a second piece of paper or something?
Why is this the best day ever, you ask? I get to start this wonderful day, followed by a vigorous midday session of karate, jellyfishing with Patrick, the deluxe Jelly Slayer Composite Pro, and for the grand finale, joining together for Squidward's clarinet recital.
So he has to go to work, then to the gym, do a little of his hobby, and then go to a coworker's show. Not just any show, a clarinet recital, out of all things. Essentially, what SpongeBob is calling the best day ever, most of us would call a weekday, and I suspect that no one would run through a meadow praising its merits in a saccharine tune. So he sets off to start his perfect day at the place where every perfect day begins, work, probably for minimum wage.
Me building's been condemned, boy!
Not gonna lie, off to a promising start. Work is canceled. This day just got better.
Best day ever starts at the Krusty Krab.
He's really failing to see the potential here, but anyway, it seems that the solution can be quite simple sometimes. Just use your bodily organs as a musical instrument.
Keep playing, lad!
Truly some Disney princess stuff here. SpongeBob, me boy, nothing ever holds him back from having the best day ever. As you can see, happiness is a well-defined side of Spongy Boy, but it's safe to say he's a complex character anyway. From joyful to absolutely unfrackin' hinged, there are more sides to him than meets the eye. And now we're moving on to High Seas SpongeBob. Nautical nonsense, high seas hijinks, seafaring silliness, all an integral part of SpongeBob. Over the years, we've seen him sail on many oceanic adventures, like that one time he had to fight off a pirate with the weapon he uses best. Flipping both patties and pirates, the kid can work a spatula, or when he sank along with a ghost ship.
The Dutchman's gaining on us!
Down! Brace for impact!
He's gone from salvaging doubloons to hunting down sea monsters.
I brought you all here for a special mission. Hunt down the dopey dick, the great white jellyfish.
SpongeBob is a bona fide sea dog, and one of his most iconic moments is when he was recruited into the crew of the Flying Dutchman himself. When the anchor of a ghost ship crashes into your roof, what do?
Shrimp!
You join its ghostly crew for all eternity, apparently.
Whosoever sets foot on the Flying Dutchman's ship shall become members of his ghostly crew forever, uninvited or otherwise.
Will we be getting business cards?
Our job is to frighten people.
Something tells me the Flying Dutchman can't be that much worse of a boss than Mr. Krabs is. Time for Bikini Bottom to tremble in horror at this ghastly crew. What howls echo through the night? What blood-chilling screams haunt the town's night sky?
Crew, howl with me, ablaze with fear. Ow!
Okay, we're a little rusty on the scary screams department. Hey, it's a new crew after all. Cut them some slack. Let's keep the bar low for now.
I had 4 biscuits.
Ah, it does me heart good. Take us behind those rocks.
Stop. We'll buff out those scratches.
Well, a little rusty on the steering department as well. At least now they can prove themselves by scaring an innocent baby child. I'm sure they can figure this out.
How does he do?
Get back on the ship.
I'm not one to lose faith in our boys, but I gotta be honest, that's gonna take some practice. Maybe if they try it again? And again? And again?
You're good. You're good.
Nothing says horror quite like figure skating. I think the Dutchman is well within his rights to terminate their employment by now.
This whole crew isn't working out.
You're setting us free?
I'm just gonna eat you.
No severance then? The guy does not mess around when it comes to his standards. There's only one way out now.
I've told them I'm going to eat them tomorrow. Remember the last time I lost me dining sock? The guy found my dining sock. Couldn't eat for a whole week.
The classic poltergeist weakness, the dining sock. It's almost a cliche now.
Give it to me! No! Wait! You're stretching out the elastic! Pink one is right. You give me back the sock. 3 wishes.
All right, they got him where they want him. They're practically free and possibly even rich and famous if they use their wishes right.
3 wishes.
Okay.
I wish we had known that earlier.
You got 2 wishes left.
Guys, please don't blow this. 2 to go. It can't be that hard.
I wish Squidward were here to see this.
That's over.
That's not going the way it should have. The solitary wish is all that's left, and I get the feeling they'll end up being dinner after all, and it's all coming down to SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, we're about to get eaten to make it so we don't get eaten.
I've got it all figured out. I wish that the Dutchman was a vegetarian.
Why have we been turned into fruits?
Hey, I get a wish too.
SpongeBob didn't really think through all the variables in this decision. Not that decision-making has ever been a strong point. In fact, it's led to a few of his high seas misadventures, like the time he nearly crashed the largest boat ever into Bikini Bottom. It all started with an innocent field trip at Mrs. Puff's boating school. You know, the one SpongeBob's been a student at for some 16-odd years. This time, they're off to a boating museum.
This enormous vessel boating museum was once the largest in all the seas.
It's just an educational tour through a museum. Should be harmless, right? Well, what if SpongeBob ends up in a room with big red buttons and levers?
Oh boy, here it is. The main control. There's the triple oscillator, and there's the hoist pulley. There's the long-range mast knob. Starter mechanism.
Guess what happens next? Go on, you'll never get it right. There he is, Captain SpongeBob, behind the wheel of the largest boat ever built. What could possibly go wrong?
What a soothing projection screen. Oh, that's a nice touch.
That's not a projection screen!
Mrs. Puff is here. Oh, thank frick. She's a professional. She can take it from here.
Move aside. I gotta stop this ship. Let's see. Oh, dear Neptune. I hope you knew what you were talking about.
Okay.
Well, Bikini Bottom, it was fun while it lasted. And what a lovely ending it's about to have. Being wrecked to bits in a tragic collision warms your heart, really.
Chapter 1. Batten down the hatches. Lower anchor. I'm going to have to free it manually. Done.
Holy Neptune, is SpongeBob competent?
Utter a hearty seaman's laugh.
He even knows the hearty laugh. He has been doing his homework.
Park the largest ship ever built. And finally, the coup de grace. First 720 tailspin.
You know what? If you told me that hundreds of lives depended on SpongeBob's boating skills, those would be odds I wouldn't like to take, but I say we let him cook this time. Told ya, that's a big step for the guy. He actually did it. Kinda. The ship was actually being pulled at the port by a smaller boat, but hey, at least he looked cool while he pretended to steer. There have been times when SpongeBob has actually been an important part of a sailing crew. It's just that he hasn't always sailed with willing sailors. Or even sailors at all. SpongeBob and the gang were working at the Krusty Krab when a rip current hit the town. The The Krusty Krab has set sail on the Rip Current, figuratively. It's a fast food place that doesn't really have sails. I stand corrected, it does in fact have sails, and an experienced navigator on steering duty.
Captain Squidward steered us out of the Rip Current.
Just doing my job as captain.
Yep, he managed to steer the boat out of the Rip Current.
You gotta save us!
And straight into the jaws of a sea monster. Luckily, Mr. Krabs is tough as nails and not scared of any old monster. On second thought, maybe he should have been a little scared. Yeah, but it's not all on Mr. K. They truly wouldn't have made it without SpongeBob's determination and Sailor's grit, and the new captain recognizes that.
Mr. Krabs, you earned it.
So today, payday for you. You, ex-Captain Squidward, to Mayday. Back to Bikini Bottom.
SpongeBob is not only about being giddy all the time or just the high seas adventures, he has donned the superhero cape and has saved Bikini Bottom on many different occasions. This is heroic SpongeBob. Yeah, with SpongeBob, it's mostly usually fun and games, but when danger calls, the depths can look to our poorest friend for a heroic intervention. Like when he donned the alter ego of the Quickster to bring Barnacle Boy back from the dark side.
The Quickster!
Wanna see me run to that mountain and back?
Really quick!
You wanna see me do it again?
Fun fact, that wasn't the only superhero name he's adopted. Who can forget Fry Boy? He rose up to rescue the town from Plankton's plan when he used mind control shampoo on Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
What do we have here? Fellas look a little peaked. I wonder. Dandruff control shampoo? Mind control shampoo with conditioner.
Kind of a sweet gesture to put conditioner in his mind control concoction, though. Like, honestly, the two must have had the silkiest hair out of all the other brainwashed elderly superheroes in Bikini Bottom. Well, the ones that had hair anyway. But thanks to Fry Boy, they didn't stay brainwashed for long.
Not so fast! It's time for you to meet Fry Boy!
Defender of the Krabby Patty!
Thanks to you, SpongeBob.
But most importantly, his first act of heroism literally happened in the first episode of the show, all the way back in Help Wanted. That's when the Krusty Krab came under attack by the deep's most dangerous predator. No, not the Great White, or the bear shark thing. Something far worse.
Anchovies! Button down the hatches, Mr. Squidward! I want my mommy, Mr. Squidward!
It all seemed to be over before it even started. Krusty Krab and crew were about to drown in a fishy, smelly sea.
Mr. Squidward, climb! Goodbye, Mr. Squidward!
But we know this is not the case. The restaurant is still standing. And who saved the day back then?
Someone order a spatula! That's right!
Stay away from that old Viper man. Don't you take that fruit he's holding in his hand. Just one bite and you'll be swinging with the band.
Just a sponge, a hydraulic spatula, and a mountain of patties. There are reasons the Krusty Krab is still around, and Bob's heroism was generously rewarded.
Mr. Squarepants was the finest fast foodsmanship I've ever seen, my board.
Losing the Krusty K would have been a huge blow to all, but SpongeBob has faced worse. What about losing every single main character of the show? It all began with the terrible evil that lurked in the jellyfish fields. Yeah, I know, big deal. It's just jellyfish with cute googly eyes. How bad can it be? Quite bad, actually. That's absolute horror. And in a few hours, every main character of Bikini Bottom has one of these jelly parasites in their home. Luckily, SpongeBob went looking for the mayo in the freezer and stumbled upon the horrors.
Hey, there's plenty of mayo back here. Is somebody in there? monsters. Squidward and Mr. Krabs. And some random guy.
Not the random guy. Anyone but the random guy. Thankfully, Sandy also managed to escape their clutches.
What are we gonna do, Sandy?
Jellion's weakness.
They can't stand mayonnaise. There's lots at the Krusty Krab.
Not to worry. We'll be in disguise.
Don't y'all just find it weird that Sandy has a pair of sunglasses that look exactly like the monster's eyes just lying around? Fine, I'm snapping out of it. This whole affair is tingling my conspiracy reflexes.
Did you take that nap, SpongeBob?
Sure did.
Yep, we're all rested and jellified.
Good one, Jelly and Sandy.
Imposters!
Well, that worked for about 5 seconds. Run to the mayo.
The mayonnaise! It worked, SpongeBob! Keep going!
That's some sharp mayo shooting by SpongeBob. Let's see how he does with the monster.
Sandy!
Then hurry and throw it, SpongeBob!
Aye,
Seriously, who keeps condiments in an industrial freezer? Maybe frozen mayo is part of the Krabby Patty formula?
Then I'll just turn up the heat.
What happened?
What happened is Sandy and SpongeBob just saved your skin, Eugene. I know crabs don't actually have skin, I just had to go for that rhyme.
What rhyme?
All's good and fine after all, but there's a different time when Bikini Bottom came even closer to extinction, if not for a lone heroic fry cook, that is. You know who almost ended the world? Hipsters.
Orders up!
Yeah, I don't know.
Wrong with the patty, sir?
We just want something like new, different, new.
We want something new, too.
Why do you have to mess with perfection? Krabby Patties have been selling like crazy all these years. What about tradition? The restaurant's principles? Is it all about the money? Yes, it is.
what is this place?
It's my secret lab.
To be honest, I thought he was going to experiment in a more culinary way. Wasn't expecting a full-blown secret underground lab, and who's manning the helm?
Sandy? What are you doing down here? I'm a letter in the gas and wireless.
The science up is menu.
And of course, we're not talking about boring science here. We're talking spoopy.
There it is! Your new patty!
It's perfect perfection that cannot be perfected upon. You can't improve the Krabby Patty.
Yeah, right. Sans attention time. Make me 200 of these pronto.
There's no way these will make sales. They're orange, luminous, floating. Who'd put that in their mouth?
Here you go, gentlemen.
Get your new improved patties!
Seriously, maybe these fish should have been more careful, because you know what happens when science experiments go wrong.
They're making everyone change.
Crabs did not get these FDA approved. Don't panic, this will probably blow over soon. There's the police, the fire department. Does Bikini Bottom have a military? Anyway, I'm sure it'll all be fine.
I am unaffected by this patty pandemonium.
Yeah, I spoke too soon.
The second unaffected person is in this dumpster.
Perch Perkins, how did you know I was in here?
Take a bite!
The chum bucket.
There's an unlikely alliance to be formed here, or at the very least, they'll die together. Poetic.
What are you doing?
They're all Krabby Patty zombie monsters. You and I are the last two survivors.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Doesn't Plankton own a TV or a single window? It's apocalyptic out there.
Karen! No! Have some.
Well, it's official. SpongeBob is the last man standing in the entirety of Bikini Bottom, and he won't be standing for long, it seems.
Stay back! I got spork!
I feel better.
That's it! Chum is the cure!
Well, it'll probably be the first time anyone says this, but thank the world for Chum Bucket's menu items.
Eat chum!
What?
Maybe I should up the dosage. And 3, 2...
Myself, I'd never eat here.
From pure happiness to high seas buccaneering to saving the entire town on multiple occasions, it's safe to say we're starting to get some more insight into SpongeBob's multifaceted personality. And another prevalent side to him is his workaholism. We're moving on to busy SpongeBob. SpongeBob always goes the extra mile to help his friends. That's exactly what made for a frantic day in the episode Overbooked.
How are you, Sandy?
I was wondering if you could come by tonight.
I will be there.
I whipped up a new invention that I'm gonna unveil tonight.
Have I ever let you down before?
Let's start the count. Task number 1, go and be Sandy's lab rat. Seriously, what does she even need? Now, SpongeBob is already at work flipping patties. What else could be asked of him then? Well, Mr. Krabs is known for taking a few liberties with his employees' time.
Right after work, I'm going straight over to Sandy's.
I got a specialist site.
Yes, sir.
I can't figure out how to put the darn thing together. Be prepared to put this thing together at me house.
All right, keep counting. Task number 2, assemble a telescope. Do telescopes even work underwater?
Oh, hiya, Patrick. What are you doing back here?
Sorry to disturb you. I just wanted to remind you about my birthday.
I wouldn't forget my best buddy's birthday.
Then why aren't you saying the words? It's today! My birthday's today!
Whoops, looks like SpongeBob kind of dropped the ball here. There's actually a hidden task number 3.
You surely must remember what you're supposed to bring to my birthday, right? You're supposed to bring my birthday cake! My birthday cake!
Tonight?
Yes, tonight! Well, at least I had the courtesy. My best friend got off work. Buddy!
Normally, some clear-cut, sincere communication with your buddies should be enough to solve the problem, but SpongeBob isn't planning to let anyone down.
Oh, hey, SpongeBob. Thanks for assisting me.
I gotta help Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, I assume a fully functioning telescope is something that you can just slap together in a few minutes.
SpongeBob!
Let's see what we got here. I need a right-angled motorized hex drill.
Why don't you head into town and pick up one of those?
This just keeps getting worse. All right, a trip into town can't hurt when you already have 2 other prior engagements.
Huh? We are closed this week. Where can I find a motorized hex drill now? Sandy.
Oh, would you look at that? Maybe a few of those problems can cancel each other out. No.
Hey, Patrick, what are you doing in town?
You didn't forget my party, did you?
Have I?
You already forgot one thing. My birthday cake!
Shopping list so far, then. A hexadrill and a birthday cake. Is there a Bikini Bottom Walmart?
Hi, I need a birthday cake about the scabies.
Do you want it or not?
Neither do I. Sandy's drill!
Failure may be guaranteed, but he's truly got his quick changing technique down. Saves him precious seconds.
SpongeBob!
Oh, hi! Oh, I thought I'd...
And the birthday cake? Tonight you will witness an invention that may change modern science forever.
Okay, look, everyone's asking way too much of the guy. However, if you can help revolutionize science, then maybe the telescope in the party can wait.
My assistant here will disrobe and enter the machine. Why the test subject is disrobing. What's under your gown?
Spicy kelp I ate earlier. I'll be right back.
He's nothing if not loyal. Hard to believe we could be missing out on a huge scientific leap because of Patrick's birthday party.
Happy birthday!
Well, just leave my present. I'm so excited, I've been waiting for a whole year!
Ta-da! I'm ready to go.
While the plan's foiled, the drill is trapped under Patrick's rock.
What are you waiting for, buddy?
The cake! I must have left it at Sandy's. I set up the bakery delivered.
So, to recap, the drill that he needs to put Krabs' telescope together is at Patrick's. Now, Pat's birthday cake is at Sandy's, who is currently waiting for him to start her demonstration. Man, just frackin' give up, dude.
SpongeBob, I give you... I apologize for the delay. Roto Generator 2000. Productivity up to 8 workers.
Wait, could that actually help SpongeBob out?
Which is great for management. Always get high marks on their employee report cards.
It's your employee report card.
So close. Well, back to you, Jeans. Guess we'll never know.
Okay, let's get started, Mr. Krabs. I was attacked by a can of wild sardines.
He shows up naked. And you know what's missing? A drill that's under a rock somewhere.
Get back here, boy!
Why are your clothes invisible? No, you can't borrow my birthday present until they deliver my birthday cake!
I think you can guess how this'll go.
Hold on, where are you going?
Where's my little assistant going this this time.
What kind of birthday present is this?
That's my assistant you're talking to.
But guess what? For once, I was right. All this situation needed was some talking, preferably with pants on, but that's neither here nor there.
I know you all had important things going on tonight. Patrick, your birthday, and Mr. Krabs with your telescope. Sandy, you had this big presentation.
Aw, you overextended yourself.
It was silly to think I could be in 3 places at once. Aw, you know, you guys are right.
Nonsense, SpongeBob.
Apparently, Sandy's invention is really a huge leap for science, because with a push of a button,
And finally, I've produced 2 clones of my subject. You can be in 3 places at once now.
his commitment to his friends is not only the reason SpongeBob gets spread that thin, usually it's also his workaholic attitude at the Krusty Krab. When Mr. Krabs enrolled SpongeBob in a chef exchange program, SpongeBob had the wonderful opportunity to be ordered around by a French fish.
Where is my exchange, chef? There you are. Bonjour. Mwah, mwah. Get to your station and prepare me your best dish.
How did he make a Krabby Patty using a pot? Goes without saying that the chef wasn't satisfied, and he's about to put poor SpongeBob to work.
Prepare me a gourmet dish.
I'm sure with all my years in the kitchen. Come on, SpongeBob. Nope, that's not it either.
You are... It's fantastic!
Hey, all it took was some solid aim. Always a useful skill for a chef. It all goes as expected. Krabby Patties are awesome, and SpongeBob has to again cook for lines and lines of hungry diners. Thankfully, SpongeBob is very excited to get back to his original place of employment, quite literally dragging a mountain of customers along with him.
All right, and just one more.
Hi, Mr. Krabs.
And you brought customers!
Yep, he brought them all right. And who do you think is going to have to cook for them?
Hey, get back, you. Eat your own. Prepared with love.
You got it, Mr. Krabs.
Just preparing Krabby Patties by the bucket like I promised, but which could be his busiest Krusty Krab day? An argument could be made for his shift in Boss for a Day. The place gets too busy sometimes.
Table 3, there's a spill in the bathroom. SpongeBob!
I'm hopping, sir.
So a workplace accident was a matter of time, especially if you account for the SpongeBob factor. It appears he has some kind of supernatural door-opening strength. No other way to explain it. Obviously, Krabs needs to be hospitalized, and I can't imagine he's going to be happy with the bill. At least he can leave Squiddy in charge while he's gone.
Who's in charge while you're out? I'm in charge.
Well, folks, buckle your seatbelts. That's gonna be a disaster. Now, Krabs is in a wheelchair, and SpongeBob is the new boss, and there's no way he's getting this wrong. In fact, he hired an experienced fry cook. So Krabs can now sit, not that he can do otherwise, relax, and watch his life's work go down the frackin' drain.
I'm out of napkins.
Watch me work.
Thank you.
I'll let the boss take care of that, huh? Ta-da!
It seems that part of the boss's job is putting out fires left and right, and although he seems to be doing relatively fine, he's fallen into a dangerous trap: micromanaging.
Hey, half a degree. You should be flipping the patties with a clockwise wrist motion.
Always take the difference.
It goes bun, patty, cheese, pickles, lettuce, tomatoes, bun, pickles, tomatoes, bun.
Patrick quits right then and there. It's a miracle he got him working in the first place, you ask me. There's only one way to solve this problem. Cut yourself in thin slices and work all posts at once. No, really.
Aren't you a real slice off the old block? You're hired.
I'm taking a permanent break.
No!
More quitting, more self-harm to save the business.
How can I help you?
And don't forget that the customer is always wrong.
Oops, I spilled.
No!
I fell down.
It's too hot in here.
Too cold in here.
What do I do?
You know what comes next. Say it with me. More self-harm. I mean, there's busy, and then there's scattering yourself into 100 little pieces to keep up, and it kind of worked there for a second, to be honest. But all it took was dragging a wagon through an open door. Imagine falling that hard that you actually made your boss's bones fuse back together.
You down.
You saved me months in that there body cast. I would have never forced my body to heal so quickly if it weren't for the rage I felt watching you destroy me restaurant.
So in a way, Crab should be thanking SpongeBob, right?
You were the worst boss ever, just to cover all the damage you caused. I'm gonna have to dock your pay for decades.
Yikes. Don't think all this slicing was worth it. SpongeBob's other sides kind of verge on darker themes. SpongeBob can go from being bubbly and fun to saving all Bikini Bottom to putting it at risk himself. There's a version of him that many fear, and that is chaotic SpongeBob. He has turned the entire city into a karate battleground.
Double overhand squirrel knot.
He throws the craziest hardcore concerts. He's also been the harbinger of pure destruction. Just ask Bubbletown, the city made of entirely bubbles. His visit there went as well as you could imagine.
I now dedicate this new school for...
I love to learn.
Hey!
I can't stop it.
And it's safe to say Bikini Bottom hasn't been spared from his chaos. All it takes is just a little push. In Hall Monitor, for example, all it took was Mrs. Puff assigning him an innocent school duty.
The hall monitor of the day is SpongeBob.
I will protect all that are weak in the hall. I'm ready to assume my position in the hall. All rules will be enforced in the hall.
Just take the hat and belt.
Imagine if he were ever given an actual police badge. Horrifying. It's safe to say he got a bit carried away with his speech. I mean, my boy started ranting.
Friends, students, lend me your ear. I will put on this uniform.
Hall Monitor!
Wish me luck, Mrs. Puff, and I will be ready.
That was a short-lived tenure, to say the least. That's when Mrs. Puff makes a big mistake. She takes pity on him.
Mrs. Puff?
At least let you wear it until tomorrow.
Thanks, Mrs. Puff.
What I've just done. Oh.
She knows what's up. This moment of weakness is gonna cost everyone a pretty penny. Because what is the first thing he feels like he's suddenly qualified for? Why, directing traffic, of course.
What would this town do without you, SpongeBob?
And then he does what every officer of the law does when they spot an open window. Stage a home invasion.
They've left themselves susceptible to danger. Through example, I must show them the error of their ways. I hope you learned a valuable lesson.
It's been a few minutes and he should have been arrested already, but no. Now he's recruited Patrick to help him bring in an alleged maniac to justice.
Maniac? Car wrecks? Who better to bring this maniac to justice than...
The Hall Monitor!
Who's that maniac, you ask?
We're looking for the maniac.
This man?
Well, Patrick's detective skills certainly leave something to be desired. You'd think you'd be able to connect the dots, but no. I mean, like, not at all.
SpongeBob, I see him! At the intersection of conch and coral.
That's where I am. I can't see him. What's he doing?
He's just standing there, menacingly!
Will the inquisitive and fearless hall monitor put the clues together and realize what's happening? Sure thing.
Get under the streetlight! No, wait, run for your life! The maniac's in the mailbox!
This guy's not half bad looking for a maniac. I'm The maniac!
You can't convince me that all these buildings were empty. This episode has a body count.
SpongeBob SquarePants, there you are. You should be ashamed of yourself. You destroy half the city.
You know this guy?
Of course I do.
He's my responsibility.
Oh.
Some justice was eventually served, but the maniac managed to walk.
SpongeBob, I'd like to see you after class, months from now.
I don't think landing his teacher in jail will help him get any closer to getting his license. Destroying Bikini Bottom is not even peak chaotic SpongeBob. He's been more high concept, like when his own chaos almost led him to ego death. Again, he only needs a tiny little push. It's like he's always half a step away from being a danger to himself or others. This time, Squidward was caught mocking Mr. Krabs.
I'll be in the office polishing yesterday's booty.
Polishing yesterday's booty.
I heard that.
It wasn't an insult, Mr. Krabs. Imitation is the sincerest flattery.
That's it. That's all it took. Remember that when we're facing the cosmic horrors.
Imitation equals happy people.
That's the ironclad premise he's about to take to the extreme. Strap in, folks.
I need 2 double orders of Krabby Crust.
I'll get you those orders as soon as possible.
Whichever comes first.
Moon, that imitation stuff really works.
I'm gonna flatter your socks off.
You said it, SpongeBob. The world better watch out because, of course, he goes and becomes the definition of pure chaos, losing himself, his form, his mind, all of it.
Karate chop!
Hey, buddy, I said eat your patties!
I'm a freak!
I'm a freak!
He seems to be doing just fine.
Who am I?
Yep, nothing to see here. Luckily, his friends are loyal, if anything else. Wait, does Plankton count as a friend now? That always confuses me.
Are you all right, SpongeBob? I know you're in there somewhere, SquarePants.
The person you are calling is no longer in service.
Imitate him to help him remember who he is.
And that, everyone, is how SpongeBob's chaos leaks into all that it touches.
Wearing yellow critter.
Sandy, please, you're a dignified scientist. The rest of them I understand, though.
Cooking with lard!
Piece of crabs is the best boss in the whole ocean. I mean...
Effort to do an impression of SpongeBob all at the same time. I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
There he is, no longer a horrifying blob of stuff. Now everything can return to normal.
Sure feels great to just be yourself, doesn't it, guys? You're the best friends a guy with memory loss could have, guys.
Let me out!
Does it get worse? Honestly, there's one glaring example of where SpongeBob's chaos absolutely peaked. There's a clear pattern here. SpongeBob was one uniform away from raising hell in Bikini Bottom. He was one idiom away from becoming a hellish mush and losing himself and his friends in the chaos. And apparently, he's a single loose string away from destroying the very fabric of the universe.
Catch.
At least he started his day normally. Until he spotted the trigger for the end of all things.
Huh?
You have a loose thread.
Please let me read my book in peace!
I want to pull it.
Fine. Get it over with.
All right, everyone, it was nice knowing you.
Ah!
A few seconds in, and he's already buck naked and feral.
Someone order a rusty cab? Congratulations.
Hey, buddy, maybe you can pump the brakes a little bit? Seems like that's a string you ought to stop messing with.
Sorry, Sandy.
Yes, of course. He just killed Sandy. She's a squirrel at the bottom of the ocean with no oxygen. He's got to be devastated. He's probably gonna stop now, right? Nope. Single-minded and responsible for Bubble Bass being maimed by wild animals. I give up. It'll all be over soon.
Ow!
And that, everyone, is how SpongeBob deleted the entire world. SpongeBob's last side is arguably the darkest. He's had his struggles with mental health, but like with everything else he does, he often takes it to the extreme. Last, but definitely not least, this is Unhinged Spongebob. The little dude can be crazy in a whole lot of ways. He can abuse Gary.
Come on, Gary, move it! Faster, faster, faster! Go, go, go! Up, 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 up! Down, 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 down! Come on, push it, Gary, push it! Let's go, let's go, let's go! Faster, faster! Move that shell! Come on, Gary, move it! Let's go, let's go! Speed it up, speed it up, speed it up! Stroke, stroke! We're gonna be late for the big race!
Or do something even more casual, like, oh, I don't know, something like burying a dead body.
Something ain't quite right.
What do you mean, Mr. Krabs?
They don't need air where he's going.
Sorry, Mr. Krabs. I thought he might need some air.
By the way, the guy was unconscious. They were actually burying him alive, albeit unknowingly, which is kind of worse, isn't it? His insanity is a spectrum. He can go from kooky to being knee-deep in madness. Even if we start at the lower end of the spectrum, he's way crazier than the average individual, human or otherwise. Just wait and see what happened in I Had an Accident. The gang was trying to casually enjoy some extreme sports, but Bob had to get too cocky for his own good.
Everything's under control, 'cause I'm an expert! That's funny.
It'll cushion the impact of the fall!
This?
No, your other bottom!
That's gotta hurt indeed, but I agree with Patrick here. It was pretty funny. I could watch it one more time. Well, the doctors told him he should be more careful. I think he meant things like not going sandboarding anytime soon, being more cautious when crossing the street, stuff like that. But you can always count on SpongeBoy for a sane reaction.
Hey, SpongeBob, you ready to go sandboarding again?
Hello, friends. Enjoying the outside world? Oh, living out the remainder of my life in safety? That accident made me realize that it's dangerous out there, and so I've simply decided I am never leaving my house again.
Outside bad, inside good. That's fine for a weekend or even a long one, but an entire lifetime of it may be a tad too much.
Just sitting in your house? Ain't you gonna get lonesome?
This is Penny and Chip. I've got all the friends I need right here. And say hello to Used Napkin.
Go on, Sandy. Why are you not saying hello to Used Napkin? You know, I think I knew a Used Napkin in high school.
How are you gonna keep your job at the Krusty Krab?
A really long spatula.
Well, it seems he has it all figured out. Say goodbye to SpongeBob forever, kids. Nah, they ain't giving up that easy.
Look at the jellyfish out here. Too bad SpongeBob is missing out on all the fun.
I got one!
Look at those fools. My new hobby is much safer, isn't it, Chip? Dust collecting. I think I caught one.
He's actually talking to his new friends, getting worse by the hour.
I don't need the wish, Penny. Everything I could ever want is right here. I know of a place, a magical place, indoors, indoors. Take it away, Penny.
Trying to get him out of the house is noble enough, but he's actually singing songs with inanimate objects now. Maybe it's time for professional help. Sandy is a scientist. I'm sure she'll find a rational solution.
Ice cream!
Nope.
Underwater surfing!
2 ice creams! Washing an old person!
Lamb wrestling! Patrick, that's not fun.
Pennies for me! What do we do?
They have one last trick up their sleeve. Emotional blackmail. Just what a person in a fragile mental state needs.
Save me, SpongeBob!
This is your saddest attempt yet. That's Patrick in the same costume he wore for Halloween last year.
Yeah, tell him, Chip. Anyway, the plan for luring your friend who's scared of danger out of his house is to make him think wild gorillas are on the loose. That's solid thinking right there.
You gotta come save me!
Hey, Sandy.
But you're supposed to be in the gorilla suit.
I am in the gorilla suit. I thought I was doing a pretty good job.
Then who's that? A real gorilla?
Huh?
Squirrels need an oxygen tank to breathe underwater and gorillas don't? These are the questions I ask myself.
They were asking for it. It's not like I didn't warn them. Yes, Chip, I know they're my 2 dearest friends in the whole world. We can do without the name calling. Thank you very much, Used Napkin. Patrick and Sandy would risk anything to save me if it was me out there bagged by an ape. And I've got to do the same for them.
SpongeBob sure did take his sweet time with his imaginary conversations while his friends were being beaten to a pulp.
This is exactly the kind of thing I was talking about.
Look who's not having fun with paper now.
Is it too late to go back inside yet? Patrick.
It seems the iron butt is the least of his medical problems now. Now, as crazy as SpongeBob can be, Bikini Bottom can always be crazier.
What's a gorilla doing underwater in the first place?
Well, it's funny you should... see the...
Let's get out of here.
This whole affair isn't the only time SpongeBob has gone bananas over a medical issue. At least this one was real. Because in Squiditis, Squidward lied about being sick to go home early, and obviously SpongeBob immediately thinks he's contracted an extremely dangerous virus. Now, let's do some thinking here. A self-suggestible kid thinking he's sick, who we know will do anything not to miss work. You know what that means? Absolutely bat-crazy, unhinged home remedies.
If you might be coming down with an illness, just stick your feet in hot water. Or was it cold water? Wasn't that either? Of course! It was boiling oil!
Boiling what? Seriously, boiling what? SpongeBob, what?
I can definitely feel the medicinal qualities. Oh no!
SpongeBob?
Yes, everything's fine in here. Just dandy. Mr. Krabs will get suspicious. Hot, spicy yellow mustard will do the trick.
Yep. Reiterating, in case you missed that, he deep-fried his legs. He deep-fried his legs. So now he has to remedy the remedy. You know what heals an open wound faster? Vinegar.
Here I come. Oh, sorry, I think I might be coming down with something.
The only thing SpongeBob is coming down with is probably psychosis. Krabs sends them home, so guess whose day just got ruined?
Hi, Squidward. Mr. Krabs won't let me work again until I'm better. After all, misery loves company, right, Squidward?
Well, so much for enjoying the great outdoors.
And soon enough, Squidward is sick of him. And if you think SpongeBob is above hunting down a colleague through the streets, you're thinking of a different sponge.
That's too bad it had to end, finally.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh, hey, would you look at that? I'm suddenly feeling much better.
Squidward!
Run, Squiddy, run. You're being chased by someone who just got his own legs fried. Just imagine what happens if he catches you.
You're not well enough to attend to work!
Just stop! Stop!
Squidward! Squidward!
Mr. Krabs!
I can run this place all by myself.
Between an utterly indifferent cashier, a cook who hunts his coworkers down the street, and a manager who can't run the restaurant alone for 5 frackin' minutes, it's a wonder this place is still standing. As you climb up the unhinged scale, would you expect to run into something as benign as getting a song stuck in your head? Well, that's how SpongeBob's next bout of craziness kicked off.
Round and round the record spins all day. Trying to stop it is futile.
Figures you would be into that hideous pop fodder.
Some typical highbrow elitism by Squidward. I guess he only listens to clarinet recordings.
Time to hit the road. SpongeBob.
Musical.
Musical doodle.
SpongeBob.
Oops. Good night, sir.
What am I running here? A nut house?
A nut house, you say? Just wait for it.
Listen again to the music.
The rabbit hole is now gaping open.
Oh, fine. I'll just listen to it one more time to get it out of my system. One more time. Round and round the record spins all day.
He stayed up all night listening to the same song. That's practically me every time Nickelback releases a new record. Sorry, I meant Slayer, guys. Slayer. Who listens to Nickelback in 2026?
I should stop fighting the doodle's infectious groove. I shouldn't try to control it. Trying to stop it is futile. Electric charge. Now you're infected by the musical doodle. You're gonna listen again to the musical doodle.
I can't eat like this.
Welcome to the Krusty Krab dining experience, everyone. Stand in line to get spit on by our frothing fry cook. I'm wondering if anyone's gonna have a problem with SpongeBob driving customers away.
One more outburst like that out of me and I'm sending you home for the day.
If there's one thing we've established in this video so far, it's how painful it is for SpongeBob to go home early. So we know he's gonna try. We also know he's gonna fail.
Oh, she dropped it. At least I'm that kid.
What in blazes are you doing?
That's when you call the authorities, Captain.
Trying to escape, it's futile! Do the musical doodle! Tom is back again, will ever end.
Hey, buddy!
We need your help.
Too late for the police now, though, or an ambulance, or animal control. Not sure. Luckily, Sandy may have a say in this.
SpongeBob!
Get him! You're suffering from a condition known as earworm, and you got a nasty one there.
Yeah, science! Now figure out a sciencey way to get rid of it and all's back to normal. Or just torture SpongeBob with Squidward's playing. Sciencey enough for me.
You did it! Drove the little critter out!
Thank you, Squidward.
Look at that, he's back. I was low-key scared they were gonna have to put him down. That crawling on all fours thing touched a nerve. Anyway, everyone's safe.
Oh, that was a neat little tune I came up with today. Catchy stuff.
Kind of. It's just Squidward. Well, there you have it. The 6 sides of our box-shaped friend. He truly is a marvel of contradictions, ranging from a happy, cuddly little buddy to a conduit of mass destruction. Maybe an expert could tell us whether this whole mess that is his psyche could be diagnosed as multiple personality disorder. Click the link to watch another one of my awesome videos. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I don't know what that was. I could peek the mic with that. I'm so sorry.